Welcome to the GCP Mindset Show, where science meets curiosity, and you test what you know. From trials and ethics to data and care, let's see how much GCP knowledge you dare. It's research, it's fun, it's learning on the go. So grab your mind and let's start the show. The GCP Mindset Show.
Today, we'll test your knowledge about one of the most crucial and often underestimated topics in clinical research: feasibility.
Hello and welcome to the GCP Mindset Show. Tonight, we're putting our clinical know-how to the ultimate test: feasibility. It's the secret sauce behind every successful study, the key to unlocking realistic timelines, smashing recruitment goals, and running a trial so smooth it's practically butter. So, get ready to play. Grab a pen, keep score, and let's find out if you've truly got what it takes to call yourself a feasibility pro. We've got 3 intense rounds of questions lined up for you, each one tackling a different aspect of clinical feasibility, from the initial planning to the sneaky pitfalls. First up, it's time for round 1, the basics. And for our very first question, it's a multiple choice showdown. Feasibility in clinical research mainly answers which question? A. How much profit will the study make? B. Can we practically and ethically conduct this study? C. How many patients can we enroll in one day? Good luck, and let the games begin. Right you are. The correct answer is B. Can we practically and ethically conduct this study? So, why is B the right answer? Feasibility isn't about the money. It's about real-world practicality. It's a critical evaluation to determine if a clinical trial is even possible. This includes assessing whether you have the necessary resources, such as the right number of qualified staff and access to specific patient populations. It also involves confirming that the study can be completed within a realistic timeline and, most importantly, that it adheres to all ethical standards and regulations. This focus on practicality and ethics is what sets it apart from purely business-related questions. Next up, our second question. Question 2. Is it true or false? Feasibility is a one-time task that you complete before the trial starts. Time's up, and the answer is false. Feasibility isn't a one-and-done checkbox. It's a continuous process. Conditions can and will change. A site might unexpectedly drop out. New regulations could be introduced, or your patient recruitment might hit a major snag. That's why top-notch teams are always reassessing feasibility throughout the entire life cycle of the trial to ensure they stay on track. Next up, an open question. Question 3. Name one type of feasibility study commonly used in clinical research. Time's up. You could have said operational, technical, economic, legal, or schedule feasibility. All of them are right. These are the 5 main types, and each one is crucial for building a realistic trial plan. Operational feasibility looks at things like staffing and infrastructure. Technical checks if the technology and equipment are available and adequate. Economic and schedule feasibility deal with the budget and timelines. And legal ensures everything is above board with regulations and ethics. Together, they create a comprehensive framework that forms the backbone of any successful study. Let's move on to the next round. Round 2. Planning like a pro. Question 1. When should feasibility assessments ideally begin? A. After the protocol is finalized. B. After the first patient is enrolled. C. As early as the concept phase. Time is up. The correct answer is C, as early as the concept phase. Feasibility should begin as early as the concept phase of a study. Why? Because assessing feasibility at this stage allows teams to identify potential problems with recruitment or resources before the study's design is set in stone. This proactive approach is a game changer. It saves a significant amount of time, money, and stress down the line, preventing the need for costly and time-consuming changes once the trial is already underway. Ready for the next true or false question? Question 2. Feasibility should only focus on patients and sites, not internal resources. Time's up. The correct answer is false. Many trials fail because they neglect the bigger resource picture. Feasibility isn't just about whether you can find enough patients and sites. It must also cover your own operational, technical, and financial readiness. This includes having the right staffing, adequate equipment, and robust IT systems. Ignoring these internal factors is a recipe for disaster down the road. Here is the final question for this round. Question 3. What's one major benefit of involving cross-functional teams in feasibility assessments? Time's up. Here's the winning answer. The major benefit is that it brings multiple perspectives to the table. By including experts from different departments like project management, data management, and quality assurance, you can identify blind spots that a single team might miss. This collaboration ensures the study protocol isn't just scientifically sound, but also operationally and logistically doable in the real world. Time for our third and last round. Got everything right so far? Round 3. The geography of feasibility. Question 1. Why is country feasibility so important in global trials? A. Because it decides who gets the biggest budget. B. Because healthcare systems and patient populations differ across countries. C. Because every country requires the same standard of care. Time's up. The correct answer is B. Because healthcare systems and patient populations differ across countries. Feasibility is not a one-size-fits-all approach, especially in global trials. The healthcare landscape is incredibly diverse, and what works in one nation may not in another. Treatment standards, disease prevalence rates, and regulatory timelines can vary widely from country to country. A drug trial that is perfectly feasible in Germany, for example, might be entirely unrealistic in a country like India or Spain, due to differences in infrastructure, local medical practices, or patient demographics. This is why thorough country-level assessments are crucial for success. Question 2. What is site feasibility, and why does it matter? Time's up. The winning answer is site feasibility checks whether a specific location has the necessary patients, staff, equipment, and experience to run a successful trial. It's an absolutely crucial step because even the most well-designed study can fail if the selected sites are underprepared or overcommitted. It ensures that the study is not just a good idea in theory, but is also practical and achievable on the ground. Here comes the final question for today's quiz. Question 3. Once a trial begins, it's too late to change feasibility assumptions. Time's up. The answer is false. This is a critical mistake to make. You can and should regularly revisit your feasibility assumptions. Things change, and a study's initial plan might need to adapt to new circumstances. For example, if recruitment slows down dramatically or if regulations shift, Revisiting your plan with adaptive planning can be the key to rescuing the study before it completely fails. It's a proactive approach that separates a good team from a great one. And that's it. The Feasibility Quiz Show is complete. How did you score? Drop your score in the comments below, and let us know which question surprised you the most. Thanks for joining us tonight on the GCP Mindset Show. We hope you had as much fun as we did testing your feasibility know-how. Whether you're a feasibility newbie or a certified mastermind, remember that understanding feasibility is the key to building stronger, smarter trials. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in clinical research. Good night, everyone. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow researchers. Because the more we understand feasibility, the stronger and smarter our trials become.